excuse me, sir. We're having a podcast going right now, so.
You need to leave.
No, I'm kidding. We can. Yeah, so you know, I like girls that like me. So. Free Rose. Is that what you go by back in the day?
No, that's my rapper name.
3,
Rapper
2,
name? I got a rapper
1.
name too. My name's Lil Chinchilla. I come from Manila. I like white girls and chocolate vanilla. Hey, let's go. What's up? What's up? I'm here with.
Concrete Rose.
What's up, baby girl? How
Coldest
you
bitch
doing?
out of the cold, hottest bitch out of the snow. You know what's going on with me.
What's the vibes? What's the vibes over here?
Oh my gosh, I'm just living my best life, turning a new leaf, you know, showing my daughter another side of the world, something I never had, and it's amazing.
Very nice. So you said you had a daughter, right?
I do.
Okay, nice. So you're out here. How long you been in Thailand for?
This is technically my second time moving here, but I've been here about 6 months now.
6 months now. Okay. And where were you before?
Before, I was in Houston for the last 5-6 years. I'm originally from Denver, Colorado.
Nice. So you're out here, and you brought a daughter too. And did you bring a boo with you too? Did you bring a guy with you? Guys, where you at? Guys?
Chirp. No, I didn't.
All right. So I guess as we're chit-chatting, getting to know you, what's the story? I mean, why this place? I know you saw me on Instagram. You're like, yo, what up?
Right.
And I was like, no, okay, just tell your story.
I mean, there's a lot to me, but like I said, I'm a single mom. I had my daughter when I was 16. So literally, the first time I ever had sex, I got pregnant. So
God wanted you to settle down real early, huh?
Yeah, crazy shit.
God was like, yo, I'm gonna settle her ass right down.
Right the fuck down.
Okay.
So that was a crazy experience for me.
Wow, 16 years old it's really like rare nowadays.
Yeah, exactly. So it was like my life changed 360. On one day I was like young and turned, and then the next day I was like, you need to get a job. I was like, okay.
You were turned, then you got turned,
Yeah.
and something turned over, and oh wow.
Like I said, I'm originally from Denver, so yeah, I had my daughter in Denver, but I moved to Houston about 5 or 6 years ago.
Nice.
And I tried to go to college. I don't have the best relationship with my parents or whatever. My mom ended up kicking me out when I was 19, and then I moved to Houston with an older man, my sugar daddy.
Sugar daddy. Yo, shout out to all the sugar daddies out there. I mean, I guess I got sugar, but that's just for myself.
I think you got a little daddy in you too,
I got a little daddy in me. I mean, I got no kids yet, but I do take care of myself first. Once I can take care of myself first, I can take care of other people.
Exactly.
So,
that's the best way. I mean, I don't
is,
think
yeah.
there's ever a right, like, you'll never be ready to have a kid, no matter how much money you have. There's nothing that can really physically prepare you for that.
Okay.
But you definitely want to make sure you can take care of yourself first, for sure. I mean, I know from experience, I didn't really have any support whatsoever. So I had to grow up really fast. Like, when all of my friends were going out, partying, for me, it was just like school, daycare, work, home, every single day. So it was like, I had to grow up really fast. So now that my daughter's about to be 10 next month,
Awesome,
so she's
awesome.
older, I can, like, finally start having a little bit more freedom.
And so what's that transition been like? I mean, your daughter's here in a completely like brand new country. Yeah. You took your daughter probably out of school in Houston, and now you're here in Thailand as a single mother.
Yeah.
And you're over here in the trenches of Thailand, which the street. Like, what's that transition been like for you?
It's been easier than you probably would expect, simply just because it's been me and my daughter against the world forever. So once I left from Denver to Houston, I didn't have any family in Houston except for the guy who brought me there. So once I made that leap and I took that leap of faith, it was like, I can move anywhere. It doesn't matter if it's the next state, the next country, like, God will put me in positions to make it happen. So I took her out of public school like a year before we moved here, just for other reasons. I was sick of public school in America. She was just being too overly exposed, wasn't really learning anything, bullying, stuff like that. So the homeschool has been absolutely amazing for us. Like better than I would expect it. Like she learns so quickly.
And you're the one teaching her
Yeah.
everything, so
Yeah.
everything that she learns is from you.
Pretty much.
And pretty much from the books, you teach her from
Yeah.
school books to everything about.
Yeah.
She's your practically
Yeah.
teacher, mother. You
Yeah.
hone it down all in one.
Yeah, and you know, we do definitely do a lot of things like cooking classes. She does gymnastics. You know, I
Very
try to keep her
nice.
active and, you know, involved with other children.
And has
of
that been
course.
hard for you here in Thailand to find those things and those activities?
Not necessarily. I think the hardest thing for us has been just like making friends, like because most children speak English, right, but their parents usually don't. So it's kind of like hard for me to keep relationships with the parents, you know. And then if I do find them, it's just kind of just like that cultural barrier where they're like, they don't really know how comfortable they can be with me. I don't know how comfortable I can be with them. So it's like, you know, when we go out to the park and stuff, she always meets friends. We always have a good time.
Yeah.
But like finding someone consistently has kind of been a struggle.
I guess as the parent, that's the biggest challenge
Yeah.
is finding who you can click with.
Yeah.
It's not more or less who she can click with. She's a 10-year-old girl,
Exactly.
so she can connect with pretty much anyone. They're very
Yeah.
open, you know, open-minded at that age.
Yeah.
So for you, has it been challenging for you to make friends? I guess in maybe this in the school like life. 'Cause I know your external life
Yeah.
outside of school. I mean, you know,
Yeah,
you're
for
very
sure.
social, and
Yeah.
that's how we met, right? We went at a networking event over in Bangkok.
Exactly.
So
Which I love. I love the community. Now it is kind of hard because a lot of people. I'm 26, so a lot of people my age don't have kids. You know, and especially the foreigners and expats who travel here don't have children, and if they do, they're married and they're already like, I don't need friends. You know what I mean? So it's kind of hard for me to find friends who have kids. You know, to be able to make that connection. I do have a few, which I'm really grateful for, and then I have like. Honestly, I love my Thai friends. Like I have a Thai grandma. She helps me, you know,
Nice.
babysit and stuff like that. So
you know those Thai grandmas be really
Yeah.
cooking up something,
Yeah.
maybe nurturing for you,
yeah,
taking
they really
care of
accept
them.
you and
Yeah, I think you told me at that time when you came out to that bowling event that we met
yeah.
at. You're the Thai, I guess, grandma, nanny, whatever you
Yeah.
want to call her. She was taking care of your daughter. And
Yeah.
I think that was so cool to hear
so
that.
I love that. I mean, they really just bring you in like family. Like even like what was it? Songkran, like
Yeah.
we were out and they're like, hey, come over here, come party with us, you know, here, whiskey. I'm like, oh
They love that Johnny Walker,
my
man.
god. Yeah.
You know, they studied, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out to Luke Belmar. If you're hearing this, you got to study that Johnny Walker. You come if you really come to Thailand, you'll see Johnny Walker Blue is a thing. The Black Label too.
Really?
So yeah,
See,
it's,
I'm
it's
not
a Thai
drinker,
thing.
so
Yeah,
like,
a lot of Thai people they like Johnny Walker,
Mm.
and it's like one of those things you get at the club.
okay. Okay.
I was gonna ask you, I guess, coming here and living in America, what were you doing in America, and what are you doing now to kind of like support your family, support yourself,
Yeah.
support your nightlife, your whatever activities that you do?
Yeah.
Like what were you doing before in America?
So in America, I was a dancer, spicy, you know,
Ooh.
dancer, stripper, if you will.
Ooh, girl.
In Houston. So I
Okay.
started dancing to save money to leave the country. Like that was always my goal.
Gotcha. Okay.
I didn't know it was going to be Thailand specifically, but it just came to a point to where like I tried college, you know, I went to medical school, I did EMT, you know, I tried so many other things. It just didn't work for me. And then once my mom kicked me out and I moved to Houston, it was just like all or nothing.
You gotta make that some way
I gotta
somehow, and
make
I
it
think
happen. But
you being a pretty girl, I mean,
it was
you
just
know,
kind of too easy, and just with
Right.
my personality, like that's really what took it a long way. Like, it's very controversial, but stripping really was the best thing that ever happened to me. Like, it really connected me with people who I would have never been connected with. You know, I've learned so much. I started learning, you know, financial literacy. I've met millionaires, you know, people who have really like just are vulnerable and going to put you in positions to win. But I am a full-time day trader. I trade Forex. I've been trading for about 5 or 6 years.
and that's what you do out here in Thailand.
Yeah, that's really my.
Would
main
you
income.
would you dance out here?
Absolutely not.
Why not?
Because dancing in Bangkok is not dancing; it's prostitution. And I went to I love the club. Like I went to one of the strip clubs, Soy Cowboy, and the way they run it is just completely different. So
I
there's
see.
really no entertaining. Like me, I was a real entertainer. Like I do weddings, bar mitzvahs, music videos. Like I'm a real
Okay.
pole dancer. I do pole dancing classes too here.
Yeah, I saw that on your Instagram. I
So-
saw you and Danny. I think you both
Yeah,
were
yeah,
like giving
yeah.
classes.
She's
Yeah,
a good
I
friend
saw
of mine.
that. That's cool. That's
So
cool.
there's really none of that here. It's pretty much just like I like number 35. I want her. You know, so it's like
boys, let's skip that part out. But yeah, number
Yeah.
14 is my number, my go-to number.
Ooh.
It's my birthday. Yeah.
So and plus obviously the difference in currency, like you know, they definitely
Of course,
work
so
for
they're
a lot
probably- you're
less
probably
than what I'm used to.
100%. I think
So-
you'll get paid a lot less. So let's
Yeah.
skip that part out.
Yeah.
Okay.
But,
okay.
I mean, I love it. I love the nightlife. I mean, the nightlife in Bangkok has. I mean, Houston has nothing on Bangkok. Like, I've never seen it just so prevalent. It's just so the vibe. Like, people actually dance in the club. You know what I mean? It's not just everyone on their phones. Like, you know, so it's great. It's definitely great, but not something I would get into for sure.
Are you missing like any American food back at home? Like I know you in Houston. I remember going to Houston and trying Buc-ee's. I thought that shit was so
That's a
good.
gas station.
I mean, come on. I mean, I like that. And also, if you've ever been to Houston as well, you know, you should have gone to my favorite restaurant too, Joey's in downtown Houston.
I know Joey's.
Right? Yeah, exactly. So that's my restaurant. You know, that's the restaurant that I grew up in, and you know, I built it with me and my family, and they named after Joey. So
Right.
you've been to a Joey's here before?
Is it really a restaurant?
Yeah.
No, you're lying. Are you serious?
Of course.
Are you serious?
The name's Joey.
Oh my gosh. Okay, whatever.
All right, so tell me about this book, Master Your Emotions,
This
over
is.
here.
I always keep a book on me.
You always keep a book on you, so
Yeah.
it's called Master Your Emotions,
Yes.
a practical guide to overcome negativity and better manage your
You
feelings.
have to.
Wow.
I mean, being one thing a lot of people don't talk about that I would love to touch on too is just the loneliness that you get when you leave your entire family behind. You know what I mean? Even though I didn't have the best relationship with my family, you still like, and me being a dancer, it's like guys are always on my phone. I can always call somebody. Oh, I have a flat tire. Oh, da 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 da. Anything happens, I always have
They're
that.
gonna sip it out for you.
So
And,
being
you know,
here when
do
it's
the
like
thing.
I'm not really their beauty standard, you know, people are not really technically looking at me. It's like, hi, I'm looking good.
You're
Anybody
feeling
see me?
yourself.
Like,
Yeah.
So it definitely takes a toll on your mental health and your emotions. So I just was like, you know what, I need to start tackling that. You know, really digging into my trauma and just really like, because I'm at a point where like I really do want to find a partner, and there are some things that I need to work on. So this has been helpful.
I love
this is
that.
actually
I
a
love
truly
that.
great book. So.
I think you touched on a point where you said, you know, most people that kind of maybe move abroad away from family
Yeah.
and don't have anyone, they get very lonely in maybe another country. And that's where I personally created a circle for guys who are maybe suffering from that loneliness called the inner circle, where we have that private network to kind of, you know, men have to be vulnerable nowadays.
For
I feel like, you know, and sharing it with a group of guys where we don't judge them, we don't talk down on them, but we really just express ourselves is a nice feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I hope that, you know, have you found that, you know, social click for yourself where maybe you have found a set of girlfriends or
I have literally like 2 girlfriends, but I mean, I'm still pretty new here, so it's like I had one like really that I would consider my best friend. We ended up falling out over a guy, so it's like,
oh man,
seriously, like whatever. But so I'm more of like an independent person. I'm really not the type to like vent to my friends, which kind of be a good thing or bad thing, you know.
Sure.
But I'm very self-aware. I'm gonna say that. Like I do know the things that I need to work on within myself, and it is kind of hard finding consistent friends because Thailand is just so huge.
I think friends, when you're living here in Thailand, especially, you meet a friend. I think you could meet a friend that's coming here for maybe 3 weeks, leaving the country.
Yeah.
Maybe they want to go live in another country because, you know, we're nomads.
Exactly.
And you want to experience something different, and it's because it's so cheap.
Yeah.
You want to go see a new set of culture, a new set of life, and I think you're doing exactly perfect of getting this book, Mastering Your Emotions, dealing with your own, you know. Being at home by yourself is, I'd say, one of the hardest skills that people can have.
For sure.
And people don't be in solitude. You got an extroverted person like yourself and myself as well. I think it's very challenging for us to stay at home because the extrovert needs to be in solitude.
Yeah.
For sure.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And I think that's what a lot of people have struggled with is just dealing with themselves. Like, you see a lot of expats that are just like, you can tell that they are not connected with themselves. You know what I mean? And a lot of people are just like, they yearn for connection. They yearn to, I have to be out. I have to have friends. I have to be around people all the time. But it's like, you really need to just step back. If you haven't never just taken a full year to yourself to lock in, you'll never find yourself, I feel like, as a person. And for me, like, when I was in Houston for 5-6 years, no aunties, uncles, cousins, friends, no one. It was just nothing really but me and God. That's when I, like, built that strength to be like, I want something more for myself, you know, like, and yeah, so I just feel like that's very important to learn yourself before you try to let others into your space, because you'll lose yourself at the end of the day.
Love it, love it, love it. And I guess for for yourself, obviously you're here in Thailand, right? I personally don't see a lot of Black people out here in Thailand, and also being a single mother as well.
Right.
You're doing a lot of things and putting yourself in a lot of stress and pressure that maybe you're not used. Maybe and you're getting outside your comfort zone for sure. So I give you mad respect for that.
Thank you.
It's not an easy thing to do.
Yeah, it's not easy.
What's it like being a Black woman here in Bangkok?
It's amazing.
Do you get a lot of eyeballs on you? Do people take a lot of? Yeah, I was gonna ask you, how's that been like? Are people taking pictures of you? Are those, because a lot of Asian tourists, they like to be taking pictures.
Yeah,
so, do they take pictures? They say, "Can I have a picture of you?"
All the time.
Tell the audience, if any viewers are from America and you're listening to this or wherever you are in the West, how's that been like?
It's good and bad. I mean, it's kind of overwhelming a little bit. But at the same time, I can tell that it's just all genuine love. Like, they really don't see a lot of Black people here in Thailand. So
especially where you're living too. You're not living in the main downtown area where it's like very touristy. You're living like a local Thai person.
Absolutely, yeah.
You feel me? And it's completely different.
It's completely different, but it's like they love me. Like, I haven't really had any bad experiences with any Thai people other than like a taxi driver. But
tell me a story.
It really technically wasn't my fault, but I was with like a group of friends, and we were like, after club, just loud and drunk, and he was just like, you can tell he was cussing us out in Thai. Like, he wanted to get us the fuck out of there.
For sure.
We didn't even pay him. Like, he didn't even want to take our money. He just skirted off. I'm like, yeah, what the hell, But, I mean, tuk-tuk drivers too. Like, I've had a tuk-tuk driver, like, we'll agree on a price, and then when we get there, they're like, oh no, this is way farther, and blah, blah, blah. So, it's not like looking too bad, but it's just like, okay, whatever. I let him have it, because it's like, this is your home. You know what I mean? I'm here, I understand you make a living that's much more less than what I do. Like, I always just swallow it, because, and I think that's what a lot of people should do, just because it's just a respect thing. Like, they know that, your dollar's worth a little bit more, so they might try to charge you a little bit, but it's like, what's $3? You know what I mean? Like, here. Like, so it's like, you just have to be humble when you come here, because they will humble you, and they understand, like, if you don't have respect, that's really the biggest thing here, I realize, is just being respectful, because they'll open their arms to you with anything. Like, and that's what I really appreciate and really, like, love about the Thai culture, is how they value people. Because in America, that's just not a thing. Like, if you have your Grab order just sitting outside, a homeless man is gonna come and steal that. Like, you can't just have all your packages down in the lobby, and like, that's gonna be gone. You can't just leave my book, or anything you leave around
Valuables.
is gonna get taken. And that's one thing that I've just been like taken back as an American. It's like, wow, like, the trust here is absolutely crazy.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
They really instill that respect
Yeah.
of, okay, and maybe because if you do steal something here, you're going to get a heavy penalty.
Yeah.
You're going to get not just a slap on the wrist, but maybe an arm cut off.
It
I don't
definitely
know
comes
about the
from the
system.
dictatorship as well. Like, and a lot of people, like, a lot of foreigners will say, oh, I don't like how, they don't hire foreigners, or you can't buy land, or you can't do this and that. It's like, well, that's the reason why Thailand is so great, because they don't allow people to just come here and fuck their shit up. You know what I mean?
Not like America.
Exactly. And it's like, oh, yeah, okay, you can't work here, but figure it out. You know what I mean? And it's always a loophole. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's like, if you want to continue to have your values instilled, if you want to continue to have a great way of life, then you have to jump in and just adapt, So, I love it. I just love Thailand. I really want to stay here forever.
Forever, she said. So,
all right. So,
yeah, let's. I was just about to get in there right now. So let's talk about that. I know you said you went on a night. You went out in the night. Maybe partying, whatever, doing your thing with your girls and stuff. Let's really talk about the nitty gritty, the sweet stuff that hits, that hits the eyeballs, that hits people. People really want to know what's it really like out here, after hours, So I know, we'll be doing our thing after hours too, girl. We'll be doing our
after
thing.
After 2 o'clock, take me home because you're gonna end up somewhere you don't want to be. For sure.
So, talk to me about, what type of guys are you into?
I obviously I love black men. Like I do love black men. Like if I had to choose, but I don't really have a preference. Like if you can sweep me off my feet, you can sweep me off my feet. I've definitely started to like Thai guys, even though I don't think they like me back. But
why do you say that?
Because I don't know if it's just like Thai guys are too shy, or maybe it's just a respect thing. But like a lot of times, like even in the elevator, they'll just put their head down. They don't really talk to me. They don't really acknowledge me. I'll have to kind of go out of my way to initiate a conversation, and I think it's just kind of like out of respect and like they're kind of just shy.
I think it's not that they're shy. I think it's if you go into the BTS, the SkyTrain, or any place with public transportation, you'll see that most people don't talk to each other.
Yeah, that's
most people aren't loud. I think the most loudest people are the Americans or the Westerners. I think all over Asia, you just see that the respect is kind of like bow down, not really talk. So I'm sure Thai guys love you. You know, it's just hard to get that initial approach of the cold approach, right? Which is
and I think a lot of people probably assume that like maybe I'm married or something.
Why would you say that?
Because like I'm a black woman. Like why would she come here by herself? You know what I mean?
Oh, I mean, there's many.
But
I think that's a self-limiting belief. Because there's many black people, tourists.
There's so many now.
Everyone that lives here. Yeah, it's an international population here. I'd say in Bangkok, for real.
But I mean, I'm still kind of fresh, so I'm trying to
I think it's cool that you could go up to someone that you like and actually go approach that person.
Yeah, I don't have
I think it's a reverse, engineer. I think in America, if you like a girl, 9 times out of 10, the guy is going up to the girl and saying, "What's up, baby girl?" But over here, I think it'd be really cool for you, whoever you find, to be attractive or your type, to go up to that person. I think it'll switch the roles a little bit.
I definitely do try, but it's kind of like shy because obviously there's a language barrier a lot of times.
Sure.
And then it's like, what do you say? Like I'm not the one to really like I said, I was a stripper, so like my job was to go up to guys and talk to them. So that's not hard for me, but it is like, the cultural boundary. Like I don't know what's respectful. I don't know what to say. Like maybe he is married or whatever the case may be. But I've gotten a lot of more like the Japanese guys, the Korean guys. Like they'll approach me for sure. Like it's always like, oh hey, sister, take pictures of me.
Sister, yeah. That's their ways, guys. So if you're Thai and you're watching this on the East Meets West podcast, go ahead and hit my girl up. Go ahead and
hit me up.
Slide in her DMs. Husband, baby daddy type gang, sugar baby daddy, side 7, whatever that. There we go, guys. That being said, it's great to have you here.
Thank
it's great
you.
to have
I'm so glad to be here. What you're doing is great.
Thank you.
What about you? You're so inconspicuous. Do you have a girlfriend?
Me?
Inconspicuous?
Yeah.
Inconspicuous. That's a big word for me.
Is it? Well,
yeah, you have to define that.
You're very hard to read. I'm really good at reading guys, and you're just like kind of, I don't know about you. Like, if I see you outside, I definitely approach you like, hey, what's going on, Jody? Like, and then you'll probably just be like, you're very outgoing, and are you Thai?
Yeah, I'm Thai American.
You sound confused.
I was like, am I Thai? So many people say, you're not Thai. You don't look Thai. You look like you're Singapore. You look like you're from Singapore. I'm like, yeah. I'll just say what you want me to be.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
But you're handsome, so it's like I'm pretty sure you intimidate a lot of women, even a lot of guys as well. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like handsome guys are like you don't really know how to read them because it's like
it's hard to read the room, huh?
Yeah, it's hard to read the room for sure. I
say, I just, when people ask me if I'm single, I say 100%. Of course I am. And if you like me,
are you the cheater type?
I'm not a cheater, no.
Okay.
I would be the one that says, listen, I like girls that like me. So if you like me, cool. We'll hang out.
That's it. That's all it takes. What's your type?
What's my type?
Well, actually, I don't care what your type.
I ain't got no type. I ain't got no type.
That is the only thing that
I ain't got no type. Just unentitled women are not my type. It doesn't matter where you're from, who you are, what you do.
Yeah.
As long as you like me and you really, really like me, that's the type of girl that I like.
Have you been with a black woman before?
You know? When you know, as they say. Huh?
You don't kiss and tell.
Listen. Black women love me.
They
Let's just
do.
say that.
They do. Okay.
But you know what? I'm always open to exploring because, you know, as they say, I'm a man of culture. So
who says that?
Me. I say that. I'm one for the people. So a lot of guys really come up to me and ask me like, how is it? You know, how's a culture with different cultures? And I give them you know, I give the boys in my group chat. I tell them how it is over here.
Oh, you're the one giving game.
I'm the one. You know, game is game out here.
Not nice.
Listen. I help men. Right? I help bring them together as a community, and
that's good.
you know, I like girls. I like me.
As you should, and that's why I'm single. Because
so you like me?
I do like you.
All right, we'll be right back, guys. We'll be right back, guys. So, guys, if you're liking it so far on the East Meets West podcast, go ahead and give it a like, comment, subscribe, and yeah.
Make sure you show some love.
Yeah, Concrete Rose. Maybe you want to drop your Instagram. You know,
yes,
what's the handle?
I'm at the Concrete Rose. And, you know, I do music, and I'm an artist, I dance, you know, I'm really, like...
You're an open soul, I can tell.
Yeah, I'm very open soul. It's really nothing that I can't do except sing. And I always wish I could be a singer. Like, if I could sing, Beyonce would be out of business.
Are you singing a song tonight?
Maybe. You're not that smooth. Can you sing? I mean, that's one thing I love about Thailand too. Is like karaoke is a thing.
Yes.
Whether you can
Let's
sing
do that
or not.
tonight.
Like whether you can sing or not.
Yeah.
And I have no shame. Like I will bust out in song.
Let's
love
do it.
singing. You know
I
what
think we should do that tonight.
We should.
I think we should. Yeah. You know, I like Mario. If you let me love you, then
let me love you.
Exactly.
I gotta warm up.
So, well, it's been a pleasure having you on the podcast.
Thank you so much.
And yeah, I love that you have your book on deck right here. And I just love that.
I'll leave it here so I can have a reason to come back.
Oh, there we go, guys. So, all right, guys, we'll see you soon.
Thank
Concrete
you.
Rose. Talk to you soon.
Peace out.
Peace.